Alright, let's do this. As I read this, it pretty much determines on the hardener. This is all the same no matter what you get. It's based on the hardener, on your working time, your cure time and all that. This one here, there you go. It's got a 40-minute work time and by the looks of it, a tack-free time of 5 hours. So depending on the application you want to use it for. I'm going to do a plate for Christmas. It's not the greatest idea I've had, but I want to see solid resin, how this is going to hold up to, say, a mortise in the bottom of the plate, and how clear it is. Might as well put it through the ringer, right? Hopefully it works great. Well, based on what I'm doing, they sent me this. It should do what we want. So it's 2 to 1 by volume. Once I got these all primed and everything. It says 2 to 1, but 1 pump each. So I got to count pumps. Start counting. Okay, so I lost count, and I'm just going to do it by volume on here. I think the pumps would be great for little pours where you're only doing a little bit at a time. For these bigger ones, I would have probably just poured in by volume. Alright, so it says mix for 2 minutes, scraping sides and all that good stuff. It did specifically say to put it into 1 container. We'll get that going. This is just a pot base. I'm going to spray it with stoner as mold release. I'm going to do the first pour on this. We'll let it cure up, set up, and hopefully I can do what I want in here, pour another layer, and then we'll glue a waste block or something to hold on to it with, because I kind of want to make a plate and it's going to be pretty thin. Not quite sure my table's level. We'll see. I'm going to cover this up and then we will come back and check it in a little bit. Try to keep the dust out of it. Okay, we're going to try pour number 2. That doesn't look too bad. Plan is to lay that in there. Now I've had weight setting on this trying to keep it flat. But I want to put that in, pour enough resin to hopefully keep it in place and hold the tinsel down, and then do another pour after that one sets up. Taking the pumps out. I mixed 12 of resin and then 6 of hardener. And we'll put her in a little oven till tomorrow. Okay, well that looks good so far. That's like crystal clear. That looks pretty good, other than I forgot to do the torch thing. I got a little bit of bubbles in there. Hopefully I can turn that out. And then I have the bubbles coming up from underneath, which is probably my fault, the way I poured it. And most likely when I turn it over, there'll be air trapped underneath there also. This looks like it's going to come right out of here. I'm going to put a hole in the center so I can locate this best I can to center, but I'll get it out of here first. We'll see how thick it is. I'm thinking it's about 1 inch thick, but I'm not quite positive. It looks like she's just gonna, I don't know if you can see in there, but it's just gonna pop right out of here by the looks of it. I followed the manufacturer's direction by pouring only 1/4 of an inch at a time. So I have like 4 pours in here. It comes out of there pretty good. Maybe. It wants to come out of there. I feel it. There we go. Actually, it looks better than I expected. I'm gonna have to be really careful on the bottom. By the looks of it, it's closer than what I wanted. So anyways, we'll get that glued on here, get the mortise in, get it turned around, and kind of shape it and see if we can polish it up. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out where flat is. I want my foot right here because there's a metal rim in here, and I don't want to catch that with the tools. So far it turns like anything else. It doesn't smell or anything that I've noticed. It didn't smell while pouring. So once I get where I need to be, we'll come back in at that point. Alright, so I got my foot established. I'm starting to get into things, so I'm going to stop here, sand it up off camera. But first I need to level this side out. It's doing this, and I had a vibration. I'm only running like 850 RPMs. And then I'll put my mortise in so I can hold on to it. I need to get that vibration off there first. go. Polishes up pretty nice, don't it? Although it took me forever to do it. Hours of sanding. Alright, let me get it turned around and I'll try to get that waste block off there. I'm getting pretty thin here because my mortise is kind of deep. So I'm going to try to sand this out and we'll come back and polish it up. Okay, so I'm sanded to 320 with an orbital. I hope I can get the rest of the scratches out of this. Just clean up denatured alcohol because it's dusty everywhere. So far I think it's alright. I'm going to run the micro mesh pads and then polish it with Yorkshire grit. Okay, well, there you go. Now, this was a lot clearer before I messed with it. I took a whole lot more time at sanding this, and I still need a whole lot more practice. I'm going to assume it's foggy because of me, because it was clear when I took it out of the mold. It does have some air in it. I got busy and forgot, and didn't come back in and hit it with a torch. So I got a couple little, there's a layer of like porosity. So anyways, I think it's pretty hard. Actually, it's probably harder than anything I would normally use. I was a little worried about that, but it held up pretty good as far as that. It was really hard for me to turn it. This is the first full solid resin project I've done. It's a little thick, but I had to worry about the metal ring around this and how it laid in there. I started getting into it, so I just decided that's where I'd stop. There's air, you see the air bubbles in here. There's some here. That's because of how I poured it, and then I should have come in and torched it, like I said. But for the most part, I think it'll hold up for what we do. Now, I followed the manufacturer's instructions a 1/4 inch at a time with this. So I did 4 pours on this. And it turned out like it should have, according to that. The next one I'm going to do, I'm going to do a lot. I already done a lot, but it'll be a while for that comes up. I've got next week's Christmas project and then the holidays. And I've already got a few other videos that are uploaded and I haven't even turned that one yet. So it'll be a little bit before we get to it. But anyways, so there you go. Total boat. It was a lot clearer than this. I'm sure this fog is me. It's got to be me because it looked way better over there in the mold. But other than that, it held up. It turns. You see, it's kind of cool, I guess. I wish it was a little clearer, but I think, like I said, it's me. Anyways, there's a promo code in my description for Jamestown Distributor or totalboat.com, either or. It's 20% off if you use my promo code, and it helps me. Don't cost you anything, saves you money. If you like it, share it. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see you next week.